I just. Good morning, Jane.
Hello, Vilma. It's afternoon here, so good morning to you.
Afternoon there. Good morning. Yeah. Good afternoon in New Zealand.
Yes.
Well, welcome, and I'm so grateful that you are willing to speak to us today.
Oh.
And I'm so grateful for the topic because it sounds like something big. It really sounds like something big. And if you, because if I think of a keys, it's like something is being unlocked. So tell us about this new adventure that you are on.
Oh, thank you so much, Vilma. Thank you for your enthusiasm and your never-ending support, as always. We've all experienced huge change over the last couple of years, haven't we? And we, of course, who are working in the wellness and the holistic area of life as both teachers and practitioners, we ourselves individually are having to change and adjust. So this is actually, the Master Keys really is a direct result of the immense changes that we've experienced in our world. They always do say that there's a silver lining out of a dark cloud, and I'm very aware that there are a lot of silver linings happening in the way of innovative changes. So my heartfelt mission, difference in people's lives in some ways, and that's taken the form of healing for individuals. And in private clinic, what's happened, of course, is that my natural evolution has been many different techniques and processes that have come together as a result of the interdisciplinary methods that I've been working with and trained with, the Body Talk system being one of them. And of course, we know that from a metaphysics perspective and a quantum physics perspective, that energy medicine is always evolving, just like life. So when when this real change started happening, and particularly here in New Zealand, like other places, a lot of practitioners were unable to even sustain their businesses. They weren't able to see clients one-on-one. They couldn't see them in physical form. And many practitioners really struggled because they weren't prepared, either through their training or technical awareness, to actually work online. So the Master Keys really birthed literally from a need, and from what I could actually see with other practitioners really struggling, and I wanted to reach out and help them. So the Master Keys really is for the modern healer, and it is for the healer, the modern healer, who is working and involved with wellness, health, and holistic therapies. The Master Keys is all about accelerating healing of the body, mind, soul.
Well, that sounds absolutely great. And I think there's so many of us, as you say, that we have to change. And of course, technology is a big issue, and we just have to push through that and to see, and also to teach the world that it is the option. Because I certainly have a clients of myself that if they don't have the physical, it's they don't want it. But it's for us to bridge through that and to again get that confidence in ourselves that we can move forward in this way. But you also mentioned to me that sometime that there's various options for you in your master key system that the practitioner can choose from. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, thank you, Vilma. Yes, recognizing that as individuals ourselves, we're on an evolutionary journey. And so part of the reason why it's called the Master Keys is that we know that to be a modern healer, we have to connect with the art of mastery ourselves. If we are to assist others, then our evolutionary journey must continue and we must keep accelerating our progress. So there are keys called the Golden Keys, which are specifically designed for the modern healer to actually assist on their evolutionary journey. It's all working around our own consciousness, our soul's journey, and working with the metaphysics of energy. So it's about deep diving individually. And once we accelerate and shift and change within ourselves, then there's a natural flow, on flow effect, of course, in our work, isn't there?
Yes.
And so recognizing that it's very helpful for practitioners to be able to work with these principles with their clients, then I've created something called the Silver Keys. And it's actually like a portfolio that has a variety of keys, which people can literally select individually or the whole portfolio as a program. And it's all around the type of work that the practitioner may be involved with or the issue that their clients are working with. Just give you a small example of one of the couple of successes and examples. There was a little girl, a woman contacted me, and her daughter is 6 years old. And for months for about 2 months during the lockdown that we had, her daughter became very anxious and would not go to sleep before about 11:30 at night. She'd tried everything. And this woman, in fact, is a Reiki healer herself. So she contacted me. I introduced online over Zoom a beautiful, simple 2-minute technique to her daughter. Her daughter was online with me, and I got her to do this technique, which is an energy-based technique involving a little tapping as well. And the daughter did it, and I asked for her to do it at a couple of specific times that early evening and the following day. And the mother actually contacted me the day after and was just blown away. She said, oh my gosh, she said, my daughter went to bed at 9 p.m. And willingly and was engaging with this process. And she said she noticed even in that following day that her anxiety levels went right down and she felt calmer, more relaxed, and actually more lovable as well. So she wasn't as stressed. So that's just one example. Another very quick example, Vilma, a young girl who was 15 for 2 years, she had not slept in her room and she was actually sleeping in her parents' room. She was that full of fear for 2 years. I introduced the same technique to her, and amazing, Vilma, in 2 days, she was back in her room and she's not moved out. She's been back in her room. So, you know, when you've got techniques like this and you're working on Zoom, that speaks for itself. And this is what the Master Keys is all about. just new ways of working.
And I think it's so important that people more know that the home where you are living is a place for healing. We don't have to go somewhere else. It's like home is here, and this can be healed in home, which is a sacred space, which is very beautiful. So Jane, if people are practitioners are interested in to know more about this, I did put your website on this morning as well on the Facebook. But where can they? When are you starting this with practitioners, or is it already available?
Thank you. I will be putting details up during April, and the first intake and the first courses will actually be available in May. And if anyone has any questions or wants to connect with me, then I've got a complimentary 15-minute discovery session just to find out, you know, if what I'm doing or what is available is the right thing, is a match for them. So very happy to talk in any way.
That's wonderful. Maybe I'll be your first student.
That would be lovely, Vilma. That would be lovely.
So Jane, thank you so much again for being prepared to talk to me and to the practitioners and whoever is listening, and to know that there is help, to know there is something that we can all do to expand our knowledge, to become more confident in this huge time of change that is happening in our world and within ourselves. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you. And thank you for the beautiful work that you do too, Vilma, globally. I know you have massive impact. So thank you. We all make a difference individually.
Thank you. Stop live stream. It stopped. And I think, I don't know, I invited Sarah here this morning. It didn't show that she was going, but I heard her up, so she probably couldn't connect. I don't know.
Your recording's still going?
No, it's stopped.
No, it's still